We have in total right now in about 130,000 refugees, Tibetan refugees throughout the world. There are about 80,000 Tibetan refugees in India.
Right now we have 160 refugees today. This morning we have 40 new arrivals from Tibet. We receive 3,500 to 4,000 refugees every year. And these refugees come from different parts of Tibet. And it takes 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks for them to walk and cross into Himalayas and into Nepal territory. And then they are received at Nepal Reception Center by us. And from there, then they are sent to Delhi and Delhi to Dharamsala.
Oh yeah. The chalet. Oh yeah. Batman. What are you working at?
His name is Gombo Chumpel.
And how old are you?
He's 12 years old.
And where are you from?
Rumba khane payu. From the Kamre, Markham. He's from Kham. He's from Markham.
And how long did it take you to come here?
Jaga yundu gala kandas yumbare. Peso komba janu yumbare. Komba khaba to komba jare. Ramba to. Lazan komba kha jawre.
Lazan thonchi tin lo no. Thonchi tin lo.
Lazan
Dhampal thonchi tin lo ran ya komba jana.
Dam ne nima kaze komba jare.
Nima nisach.
He's up to Dam. He came in a vehicle. Then from Dam he crossed the border, walking for 2 to 3 days.
Was that difficult for you?
He's saying it wasn't too difficult.
And you left your family. How many in your family that you left behind?
Can I two you gonna pamazo you but can I chibu me nang ni nang ne? Can I the aja? Can I pamachibu aja? Ko aja ko. He came with his sister. Dambado nimechu kombajarwe. Payu bado nima kaze gos. Payu Kathmandu bado. Nima damne nimangan gore. So she's been walking for the past 15 days. Nima kaze sinso.
Dharamsala India. Makas.
이모 가서 님은 일해. 숨배.
이룰래니.
다음 살래네? 누르래네 가서 이모 가서.
이마 찍는다 그러네.
계산 그래.
빵.
당고 레브래. 당고 레브. She's been here since yesterday. 키우도 돼.
기쁘도.
Everything is nice.
And did you come with any of your family?
Can I 찍고 임배? Can I 빙게 되는 유배? 수인도 가나?
그 팬이 컨셉 삼수송을 빠제. 코니 삼수니야.
뭐 빙게 유배? 저는님도 용게 빙게 유배.
네.
식 찍고 임배.
네.
밤에 빙게 지에 요만와? She came by herself. No relatives.
드라마.
Her name is Doma. Look at her.
파티.
She's 7 years old.
Where are you from?
반이라네.
She's from Yalam. Can I 찍고 임배?
네.
수유.
파.
Pala yuve. Kya pala de yuve? Pala nimdo damsa lewe pala. She's pala. Oh yeah. She's with her dad. Ishirve. And his name Pura. His name is Ishir. Luma name ba.
number 나지.
Nangje. Kamre. Kamre. Lokaze ba.
네.
Lode. 7 years old. He's from Nangje. He's from Kam. Can 수님도 yuve yaga.
아그년.
아구님도. 아우 화야.
릴리칸로.
내가 yuve. He came with this uncle and yaga 가르제 yuve. 가르제.
너란다 어디오네.
Lobjon chaya yuve. He's coming to speak.
That's good.
Girls, most all girls. Come in,
칠라모.
her name is Sering Lama. Lumba ka name ba?
암도 알하사.
Hazar. She's from Lazar. Look,
루기.
she's 8 years old.
And what was it like where you lived? What was your home like?
Can Lazar like Susu?
아빠 아마.
Aba ma niyo yuve. Can I gaga su chikul le ore?
집어 말이 주저지님들.
Juju. Can Juju taman chiki juju re?
말이 농바지고.
Lumba chikare. In Tibet, she's got both her parents, and she came to India with the older person. She's saying she's a brother, but she's not of the same blood, not of the same family.
And what do you hope to find here in India?
Can gagalene karuche mbeda?
루타트.
Labra do mbe. She wants to go to school. Lan labra chini kana chimbu chana karuche mbe. She says she wants to go to school. There are two sisters here. Can I mean kare?
추기.
Her name is Chugi. Can I mean?
파트.
Padu. Her name is Padu.
How old are you, Patu?
Can I look at her?
라디오.
No, she's 7 years old.
And how old are you, Chuki?
Can I Chugi look at her?
중이.
She's 12 years old.
And Chuni, how did you come to be here?
They come this later, can
캐스네 전부 다 맞잖아요.
And from Lhasa, they after Dam they were in a vehicle. They came in a motor vehicle. Then Dam ne
담내 배 위부터 공부 잡자.
Nima kaza komiya.
님순.
Then she walked for 3 days. She went to a hospital and they said that unless you pay the bills first, they would not treat her. Then she was sent by her parents to India. Can yagal yongo gimza khare?
여름 무슨 잘 없더라.
She wants to meet His Holiness and get His blessings, and she wants to go to school.
Thanks.
Cool.
What they're teaching in Tibet, it's all the distorted version of Tibetan culture. So they want their children to have a proper Tibetan culture. Like they get their full, they study here, then till they finish this. For further studies, they are kept in our village till they stand and they're on their own feet. They can start earning their own life. Till then, the Tibetan children's village look after them.
We were very peaceful, loving people, always worshiping and practicing Buddhism, and very peace-loving people, and having no connection international relation. So Chinese took that opportunity to invade our country, occupy our country, and now we became slaves. And our people, the refugees, now we are looking after refugees just coming from Tibet, and we found that really our people got no facilities, no improvement since Chinese occupied Tibet. They are illiterate, they are uneducated, and we found that we have to teach them even how to clean, or how to take bath, how to clean their teeth. Even these basic things we have to teach them. whenever they come here. They don't know how to live in a house and cleanliness, and they don't know anything about this. They just came from village or from nomadic area, and the Chinese never cared to improve the lot of the Tibetan people.
Instead of two, it's the other way, right?
Litang, she's from Litang. Come, she's come.
And how long have you been here in India?
자갈래는 다 니마 가서 치요. 자갈래네? 다른 들으셔글래요. She's been here she just arrived in Dharamsala this morning. She's been out of her home for about a month. 리탄에 인도가나 파마졸라가 자가 두이스 라이라 하고래. 하고래. 콘서 파마에 당겨래. Her family has sent her to India. 당고 김제 가래.
너무 진짜 힘을 내가 그래요 그래.
롭죠?
하여튼 많이.
다들 롭죠 제르베. She's saying she's never been to school in Tibet and she's had no work there, and her family has sent her to India with the view that she gets her education here. He's saying the conditions in his village are very, very difficult. He's a monk before. In 1996, there was a meeting in his monastery. Then it was decreed that there would be no monks allowed to join the monastery. No new monks joining the monastery. Okay. And they made it a kind of a law saying that no photographs or portraits of His Holiness would be allowed to be displayed in the monasteries, and they had to sign with the thumbprints saying that they would obey that order. Okay, then with 4 of his friends, they put up pamphlets and put up posters and those things saying that this is illegal, we will not do this. In August, on September 7th, 1996, and they were caught by the police. 5 of them were caught by the police and they were put into prison. And they were taken to Chamdo, where they were put in prison. They were put in prison for 3 years in Chamdo.
What was that experience like for you? And if you could tell people about it.
아니 다 간다. 그냥 녀만 다 타와체데 라트. 되고 구주구르 라 타와체데. 근데 홉동안 정한 로동안라 직 로숨링을 되동안라. 아니 그냥 링세 처와 컨데스키게 되네. 다 들을까. 로숨 나나. 다 간다 미졸라 직 시에는 컨데스 그냥 되셔지게. 로숨 나나라 다 진짜 그래. 정관은 니단도 좀 두부라. 뭐 자서 좀 봐서 시단거. 근데 칼라스 무색 차테로 좀아라. 시단. And he's saying that during the 3 years they were labeled as political prisoners, and their rights were very limited. And 아니 칼라야고요 말해. 또 칼라 쇼발라 죽이지다. 다 디모세가말라. 나 충충지터. 단 예절한데 다 세던다 라가비세. 니마지라 칼라님이셔 말. 칼라님. He's saying that the food that they were offered was very, very meager. They would only be offered bread and hot water in the morning, and in the night they would be offered some kind of a gruel or some kind of porridge, and that's all it is. And for 3 years he was not allowed to meet any of his friends or relatives, nor his parents. And for 5 months there he was just handcuffed and his legs were bound and he was not able to move. Okay, and it was only after when they had a sort of a when they were sentenced that they had to stay in prison for 3 years that their handcuffs and foot were taken off. It was only after 5.5 months. So until then they were all bound.
The Chinese government says that there's no torture in prison, and they say that there's religious freedom in Tibet. What would you like to say to the Chinese?
재미적이 단단 딱 버릇이 벽이 좀 봐줘라. 먼저 이동 당기면서 먼저 도착 지금면서 아니 그 라와 그 최초의 라와 유스 걔네 간다 삼주듯.
나등 예산은 쳐서 그렇다. 그 재수 점발들 두자 지금면서 뭐도 찬돌래나 다 재수 점발 맞지 돈chen 다들 셔서 나와든서.
Okay, he's saying this is not exactly really true. He's saying the Chinese are giving a false statement. They're giving false statement. He's saying, for example, in Chamdo itself, when he was a prisoner, he's saying one prisoner was beaten to death. So that's not, true. Prisoners, right?
What was his name? Do you know?
The Chonghe Ming Khare ni. His name was Jayantile.
How old was he?
Lo Khazar mi Chonghe de. He's about 28 years old.
And was it the same political reason that he put up posters?
Tandam Jayantile bege Chongana Juga Gimza Khare kono kha ko.
ranzi 얘기잖아.
Same thing. He put up posters and all this.
Okay. 되게 좀 라마 돌았다. 그래서 라마 요새 거기서 들어서 말도 나로 단다 그 라마스 책 건지 요 말도.
He's saying that in order to get a true picture of what Tibet is like and how Tibet is suffering under the Chinese oppression, is that one should go there and see what's going on exactly. He's saying that the Chinese they proclaim that there is freedom of speech, there's freedom of religion, and there's freedom of civil rights, but as a matter of fact, nothing exists. In terms of, like, say for religion, you cannot practice religion, and people cannot join a monastery unless you're 18 years old, and that also you have to make appeals to the government, and they will say either you can go to the monastery or you cannot go to the monastery, and you cannot speak your mind out. You cannot talk freely as one would do in a free country. And he's saying that when he was in the monastery, he was not able to pursue his religious studies as he would have liked because of various restrictions put on the monastery. And secondly, there was no educational system as such in his area, and he was not able to go to a normal school. And he came to India because to get the blessings of His Holiness, and he wants to get an education here. He's saying it's very sad. It was very sad for him to leave his country, because he's saying that okay, it is his country, but he's been forced to leave, for various reasons, because there's no political, there's no religious freedom, there's no freedom of speech, and there's no educational facilities for one to pursue. And secondly, he's saying that because His Holiness is not there, and all the high lamas and all the high reincarnates are now living in India. He's saying that that's another reason for him to come to India, to get their blessings.
어떤 데지 좀 저기는 어떤 퍼쳐서 좀 인사는 다 신단전 전들이 루포도모 단데들.
He's saying that the tortures in the tortures itself in prison were just horrifying, and the experience that he has had in prison was just unbearable. He's saying they would beat him, they would tie him up, and he's chained all the time, and hung up on the poles, you know, and beaten to such an extent that he would lose his consciousness, and when he got up, he would be in a pool of blood, and with increments, and you know, everything, you know. So it's very, very sad thing.
And how is it once you leave prison? Does it stay with you, or do you sometimes you think you're there? How does that work?
딱 근데 그냥 중간에 쭉 퇴원사로 왔다. 그래서 삼삼로 지키나 삼로다는 거라 중간에 지금 레기도 해. 삼로지.
또는 딱생 온다 말안으로 딱정공 다야 만들린다 딱던다 만들린다.
He's saying yeah, it does come back. You get flashbacks all the time. He's saying during the night you're sleeping and you wake up with nightmares of being beaten. 아니, 로가서 정말로.
다다좀 전대지는 하고.
He's saying that in terms of, you say the Chinese claim that there's religious freedom, but he's saying as a monk he can clearly state that there is no political freedom as such, because you cannot have in your possession the pictures of the Dalai Lama nor the Panchen Lama, the Panchen Chogi and the prisoner, the youngest.
Right now we have 160 refugees today. This morning we have 40 new arrivals from Tibet. We receive 3,500 to 4,000 refugees every year. And these refugees come from different parts of Tibet. And it takes 4 weeks, sometimes 5 weeks for them to walk and cross into Himalayas and into Nepal territory. And then they are received at Nepal Reception Center by us. And from there, then they are sent to Delhi and then to Dharamsala.
Total right now in about 130,000 refugees, Tibetan refugees throughout the world. There are about 80,000 Tibetan refugees in India. We have into
Oh yeah. Batman.
Minkarema.
Gombo chimpi.
His name is Gombo Chumpel.
And how old are you?
Lokazere.
Lo cheni.
He's 12 years old.
And where are you from?
Lumba Khane Payu.
Rumba Vamba Jonda Sher.
From the Kamre. Markham. Markamre. He's from Kham. He's from Markham.
And how long did it take you to come here?
Jaga Yindugala Kandasimbre. Because Kumba Janimbre.
Kumba Janimbre.
Kumba Kabat Kumba Jare.
Ranya Kumba.
Jambado. Lazan Kumba Kaw Javare.
Lazan Tonchit in the lawn. Tonchit.
Lazane.
Rampal Tonchit Ranya Kumba Jana.
Damnik Nimakaze Kumba Jare.
Nisant.
Nisant.